I'm feeling today. Um, you into astrology? Then this one is for you. I've always been intrigued by horoscopes and stuff like that and zodiacs and use this as pickup lines and ask the girl, be like, girl, what's your sign? Whoop de whoop de whoop, right? And so then I got into astrology. Some women led me into astrology, and then I started getting better, and then I started doing it myself, and I was just like, wow, look at this science right here. And I started getting deeper and deeper into it and studying it, and then the next thing you know, I'm buying stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like what I call tools, or I'm not gonna call it a toy, but it's like a learning tool, right? And it just it just has me I just been on it for a long time. So today I want to talk about how do you pick a good astrologer, right? Because it's a lot of astrologers out here, but I hear so much from people talking about astrology, and I was like, well, do people really know how to pick the right astrologer for them? Are all the astrologers the same? Do all of them read the same? Are there different types? So I wanted to answer some basic questions for people while I do my exercise today. My name is Coach Khayr. I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. And if you know somebody who likes astrology, share this video so jokers can get into that, or they can understand how they could pick a right astrologer, how they could study. I also want to tell you what's the best way to learn, or what's the best questions to ask your astrologer when you come, because a lot of people just be like, I don't really know, just tell me. You ain't getting the most bang for your buck right there. All right. So, Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. I always like to open up with prayer. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for watching the replay too. Abdul Kul Tafel Atat, Wabazun, Gamma Farragoon, Shalel Kaloum. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Istanje Elaku. The first thing I want to say is about do I teach astrology courses? Yes, I do. I want to talk about why I even study astrology before I even created a course to teach. All right. So my course is at Keep It Simple Astrology. Keep It Simple Astrology. Is that it? Keep It Simple Astrology Course.info. If somebody types that in, that's where I'm at. Keep It Simple Astrology Course. Keep It Simple Astrology Course.info. Something like that. I've realized that it's all about relationships, and I want to be happy as I grow while I'm on this planet. So some of y'all see me talking about money, some of y'all see me talking about tantra and relationships and things like that, but astrology gives me the keys and the clues in order for me to know, right? And have less headaches. If you're tired of having a bunch of headache relationships, or not really knowing who a person is when you meet them, or you want to do some business with them, or you want to have sex with them, or you want to understand why your children are doing whatever, or you want to understand this is the right church to go to, or this is the right event to go to, all that can be found right here in astrology, right? And once I found that out, I was like, oh, I was hooked, player. I was hooked. So I like to have better relationships. So if you can type that hashtag, astrology is about relationships, right? Relationships with just, everybody type that hashtag, astrology is about relationships. And please press 2 if you shared this video. So check it. This particular tool helps me exercise. So one thing I tell you about when you're picking an astrologer, that astrologer, for me, should let you emphasize that you need to know where all your planets are. What are all your planets and where they are? Are they memorized? And if I wanted to start teaching, when I got to started moving up and jokers started seeing that, they was like, bro, you're going to have to memorize your chart. So I got this. And I started exercising to make sure I could memorize where all my stuff was. So every now and then I'll take all this stuff out, and then I'll come back in and spin the board and be like, how long will it take me to put all the planets? So that's like the sun, and then I will come in and put the sun at 26 degrees Taurus. And this is Mars, and I have Mars at 14 degrees, 19 degrees Gemini. And this is Mercury, and I have Mercury at 13 degrees Taurus. And I'm just testing myself, and I have Chiron at 8 degrees Aries. And so when people talk about know thyself, right? This is Neptune, and my Neptune is at 29 degrees Scorpio. Bam. This is, and you understand that each planet is a professor, and they're telling you something about yourself. And my Jupiter is at 28 degrees Libra, and I just had a Libra return. Yay! And my Pluto is at 24 degrees Virgo. And I say, how fast can I know myself? And my South Node is at 8 degrees Virgo. Let me drop that in there. And I think I'm finished. So there. All these green planets are me. This is my architecture. And your astrologer not only should just be able to know where their architecture is, but emphasize to you it's important. Don't just go to an astrologer and let them, oh, my North Node is at 8 degrees Pisces, excuse me. That was on the table. All right. Now, these yellow pieces are the transits. That's like the weather. That's how you can like do predictions. You do predictions by using the planets that are traveling around, right? And so there's different types of astrology. Somebody asked me, what about sidereal versus Vedic versus tropical? Are they accurate? Astrology is about relationships, and astrology is about telling me when. It's okay that you told me about me. First off, you're telling me about me, but I need to know about me so I can know when to do the right thing at the right time. So can somebody say, I want you to type in right thing, right time? Because when you're doing the right thing at the right time in all of your relationships, you get the big smile on your face. Yeah. So that only makes sense to me. So now I'm looking at the weather. You don't have to memorize the weather because the planets change every day. So like I have another piece of software that tells me like what the weather is. So this is like what the chart looks like right now outside at 3:19 p.m. when I'm doing this live. And so I'm about to put all the planets in for that. But you need to make sure your astrologer, after they tell you more than just sun, moon, and rising sign. How many people are watching this have had a reading before? Can you press 1 if you've ever got an astrological consultation before? Press 1. And then they walk away, and I see people all the time. If you want to know where you get the board, I'm going to show you. You probably can type in 3D astrology board, but I'll send you the link. So if you want to know where to get this board, just inbox me and I'll send you the link where you can get it. So I was like, yo, 20 degrees Leo. So people kept coming to me and I say I'm an astrologer. They'll be like, oh, my sun's in Taurus, my rising's Virgo, and my moon is in Libra. And I say, well, where's your Venus at? Because I want to know how they do relationships and what's their relationship language. They'll be like, what you mean? I'd be like, well, you got a reading. You must have went somewhere and somebody told you those things and you paid them for it. What, where's the rest? And they was like, oh, I don't know. You mean to tell me you paid somebody $100, $200, $300, $500 to get a consultation and you walked away and you don't know where your planets are? You don't know where your Mercury is at? Don't let an astrologer just gas you up off of 3 planets. You see all these? You see all these right here? There's the moon. There's Uranus. There's Pluto. There's my South Node. Here's Venus. Here's Mars. Here's the Sun. Here's Saturn. Here's Mercury. All these things matter. All these things matter. If you were a man and a woman looked at you and she was just like, oh, you got money, and that's all she focused on, wouldn't you feel a little disrespected? If you was a woman and the man looked at you and was like, oh, you got pretty breasts, and I love having sex with you, wouldn't you get a little offended? He didn't have, like, what about the other aspects of you? You can cook, you dress well, you are fit, you have a bachelor's degree in computer science or metaphysics or something like that. Why would you let somebody just, keep talking to you any kind of way? What is that? Moon is in Pisces right now, everybody. 10 degrees. Word up. Neptune's at 11. I really like it when that happens, baby. And I'm talking about astrology, and we got a Moon-Neptune conjunction right now. Also, don't let people just talk over your head like that. Say, what does that mean? Stop your astrologer when they're giving you a reading and say, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay? Ask questions. Ask questions when somebody says something and you don't understand what they're saying. It's okay to stop them because you're paying them. I want people to get the most bang for their buck. But if a person are they coming off the dome? Like, what if the internet goes out? Can they still give you a reading? Because you be done pay somebody, they'll be just like this. And they'll be telling you what they see on the screen. You could do that yourself. I know somebody who does printed charts and sells them for like $300 and don't give you no explanation. Wouldn't be me. That was one of the motivating reasons too. I was like, you ain't finna beat me. $300 and all you did was print the paper out and tell me if I got any questions to call you. Man, you must be out your mind. Mercury's at 21 degrees. Oh, what's this? Mars at 5 degrees Libra today. So don't let people jerk you around like that, yo. Don't do that. That's not. And if you an astrologer who does that, that's not cool, man. Give people some quality. Step your game up. Find out what an astrologer has done, like with astrology for themselves. How does it help them? You see what I'm saying? So when you're looking for an astrologer, it's also going to be all about, most people come for relationships and money. But let me get to this so I can get out of here. Why is it important to have the right birth time? Did your astrologer just take your birth time and didn't check it? Are you trusting the time on the birth certificate? I got something to say about that. Let me talk about birth times for a second and why it's important. Saturn's at 24, Sag. I'll be so happy when Saturn gets to Capricorn too. Woo! Y'all have no idea. Where you at? Jupiter, you 4 degrees Scorpio? Come on, baby. Let's get it. The time of birth is how you do predictive astrology. The time of birth is how you can do predictions. Because if the houses aren't right, it's a wrap for you. Now, unless you're doing Magi astrology. If you're doing Magi astrology, they don't even use rising signs. Right. Yeah, I'm about to start studying that too. Like, I'm 2 years late on that. Also, your astrologer should have a vast array of knowledge and not be condemning other systems. I don't condemn other systems. I'm just good at what I do. Riziki is banging at the Vedic. I know some folks that's dope with maybe like Chinese astrology or sidereal astrology. Go to them too. As long as they accurate, I don't care. But when you go and find somebody who's doing 13 sign and everybody else is wrong because you ain't using 13 signs, so you got an inaccurate reading. Yo, what could they tell you when? It's more than 13 signs. It's more than 13 stars I am, more than 13 constellations. So how is the person who's doing 13 more right than the person who's doing 12? It's about the relationship that you got to have with the person doing your chart. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk about the birth time, but I got to say this too. This art also helped me realize me and the value in myself, right? And I realized that for a long time, I was like giving this stuff away and people wasn't appreciating it. But it was because they was appreciating it, but I wasn't appreciating it. I wasn't appreciating me. Like, I used to do like a 3-hour reading for $20. Be careful on these people who give you readings and the price is real low. It's okay to just know that they may be practicing on you. Some people can give good readings for a low number, But if somebody's charging more, that person really is confident about themselves and what they're doing. Okay? So, like for me, I'm doing my last sale maybe ever right now. So, I had an astrologer tell me, one of the best astrologers, say, yo, you shouldn't be charging less than $500 an hour. I started looking around at, other higher end astrologers who I don't really feel that they're much better than me, but they were charging $500. I seen a dude charging $3,000 for a session. And I was like, well, I might lose clients. Man, people pay what they want to pay for. Plus, I got other things going on. Like, I'm not going to, even though I live my life around astrology, my clientele from astrology don't pay all my bills. So sometimes when you get an astrologer who's desperate, it's you got to be careful because they need you to pay their bills. So they like half off. Yo, I don't have to keep trying out for you. You got to come and see me and climb the mountain to see Pai Mei, right? But I am doing my last special of the year. There will be no Christmas special. I'm doing $100 for a half hour, $200 for an hour, until the 1st of November, which is 2 days. And you can pay, and then you can get it like whenever. But if you don't pay for it, like after November, it's going up to the new price point that I have. So if you go to coachkastrology.info, somebody type that in there for me, you'll see what the new price points are. But right now, I'm like, yo, for the people who transitioning, you want to get like 30 minutes, because I realize you don't need 3 hours no more. I'm done with those long readings. Like, I want to get straight to the point, answer 2 or 3 questions, and we keep moving. If you want to get 3 hours, you need to take the whole course. Keep it simple, astrologycourse.info. So if you want something super long like that and get me engaged with you for long periods of time, then take the course. Then we can really chop it up. But I like to stay powerful and compact, 30 minutes or just 1 hour. That's mostly what people need, right? And I've realized that I was like putting a whole lot of stuff on folks, like over and over. And they couldn't handle it. But that's why I record everything now and then send the recording back to them so they can listen to it themselves. All right? So that's my little plug for me. If you want to get that, it's not on my website. You just got to inbox me and be like, yo, I want to get one of those half hours or an hour, okay? And it's really also designed for people who've already had readings like a year or 2 ago, and you want to come back but you don't need a full reading, come back and holler at your boy, okay? All right. Thank you, Carly, over there in Nottingham, Team Scorpio. Pluto. Pluto's in Capricorn at 17 degrees. Bada. Why is the time of birth so important? Because people are always saying, what's the time of birth, right? 85% of the times on the birth certificates are inaccurate. Your astrologer needs to know how to rectify your chart. That means, how do I know the time on the birth certificate is right? Do you know the nurse who delivered you? How many of you women have children? Did you look at the birth certificate like 5 minutes after you had the baby to be like, this is what time it is? Or when did you actually like go look at the birth chart? When did you, not the birth chart, but the time of birth? Or did you trust what the nurse wrote down? All you cared about was the birthday, baby's name, your name, and the baby daddy name. You won't think about the time. Sometimes you might sign a birth certificate 2-3 days later or before you leave the hospital. But what? Then you get jammed up and you got the wrong time on the birth certificate, and then you go get a reading and you give the astrologer the wrong time. But you say, this was on my birth certificate. They don't study astrology at the hospital. Everybody type that. They don't study astrology at the hospital. But they know it's important. But they don't study astrology. Right. Thinking about the time, but do you know how to rectify the time and get the correct time? 85% of the times on birth certificates are absolutely wrong. I've seen that since 2012 when I learned how to do it. I want to do a class on how to rectify the chart, because Like that is the dopest, right? And if you just want to get a rectification of a chart and just get the right time, then I also have my Astro Google line, and you can just call in for like 5 or 10 minutes and then you can get the right time. So let me know if you don't want a whole half hour, you don't want a whole hour, but you want to get the right time of birth, just hit me on my inbox and we'll go ahead and set up a time where we can call and get the right time of birth. Because then you can go to other astrologers and now you got the right time, because the time on the birth certificate should say time of arrival or time of vaginal entry into the world. Somebody type that. How do we overcome the inaccuracy of birth times? You have to go to somebody who can fix it. And most astrologers skip that. They skip that, or they haven't learned it. How do I get the birth time correct? You got to go. You can't. And if you don't study astrology, you can't do it. And they don't have anything on the internet that does it for you. It's got to, because you have to know a component of medical astrology. You're going to have to go to an astrologer like me, like Ra'Aku, like Kristen, like Darren, like, did I say Marku already? Marku. I think Patah may know how to do it. It's only a few people that I know that know how to even rectify a chart. But for me, that's like careless astrology, that you're going to just come and take the time and put it down. But the time of birth is when your body took the first breath. Did you know that the soul enters the body on the first breath? So from the time the water broke to the time of delivery could be 4 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours. I've done some women who was in labor for 36 hours. And then the child comes out crying. So if the child came out crying, the child was already breathing inside the womb. But the nurse ain't got no way to calculate when they took their first breath in the womb. But you can use medical astrology and the 8th place method taught at Cosmophysics by Ra'Aku. The system is genius to find the right time. My birth time was off 16 minutes. Wasn't that big of a difference, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen people's time of birth off 12 hours, where they was going around telling people they was an Aries rising and they were really a Leo rising. Whole chart flipped upside down. So if it's some of you astrologers who are watching right now and you do a reading for somebody and you tell them that they're a Libra rising, but they're actually a Sag rising, you 4 hours off. All the houses done been moved 2 positions. And this person's a Sag, but you told them that Sag was in their third, the sun was in their third house, when actually the sun was in their rising, was in the first house. And you left somebody. Now somebody's going around living their life, trusting you, and you influence them mentally. That was the thing I learned from Dr. Gibson. Astrologers have to be very careful about when a person comes to you, they're very open psychically. And a lot of astrologers are psychic, myself included. And then we can start like almost programming somebody. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I got the actual math down right first. So if I do channels a message or something down like that, then that joint is accurate. Somebody had a question? I specialize in getting the exact times. That's easy for us. So Latifah hit me on my inbox. So are an astrologist, how do you know the time that you're giving is right? Or did you already cover that before? No. There's a system in the technique where you rectify, and we ask you things about your growing up before the age of 12, things that you can't argue with, right? Things that happen in your lifetime that we know for facts, it will play out. It will play out in your chart. It'll play out in your chart. So how would I be able to know that unless we had the right configurations? It's a technique, just like how somebody sew a shirt together. To me, that I wouldn't understand how to sew a shirt together, but they get it. How do you overcome the inaccuracy? Right, get with somebody. Okay, so any comments, questions, or feedback? And I want to do one mini reading for somebody real quick. If they want to give me their information, I'm gonna do one mini reading for somebody and do a little Just do a little joy out here. And no, if you've already got a reading from me, you can't be a hog. This is somebody who hasn't got a reading from me before. This is not for somebody who who always is getting readings from me, and now you want to come and get somebody else's time. Let somebody else get a reading who hasn't got a reading yet. Don't do that, man. I mean, you ain't putting no birthday in. You asking pretty please, but you ain't putting no birthday in. I gotta have a birth date. And what I'm going to do is just read. I'm just going to read. So there's different types of charts. So I'm not even, because I can't, if I'm not talking to you, and asking you the questions, then I can't. I have to talk to you in person, live, not via email, not via chat, to get the time of birth. But I'm going to take it and I'm just going to do a solar reading on you, which just means I'm just going to put your sun in the first house, and then we're just going to read from there. So who was first? Serena, were you first? Serena was first. 224.85. 224.85. If you got a birth time, I'll put it in. I don't trust it though. 224.85. What city and state do you stay in, Serena? Well, I could just use Atlanta really for right now for what I'm gonna do, because we ain't getting ready to go too deep. We're just getting ready to do a little something. Just going to do a little something. And if you got a question, about relationships or something, or do I have permission to tell some of your business? Because that's what I'm getting ready to do, really. I'm going to just come on here and just pop a little bit, see what's going on. Rudy said it wouldn't say no. Got a lot of other birthdays come in. Okay. So, yeah, I will tell it. Oh, my radio show is coming back. Where we're going to be doing the mini readings. The blog talk shows is coming back. Oh, yeah. Because I can't sit back. I can't sit back no more and stay off the radio. Like, I'm hungry. Okay, Serena, you ready? Okay. Woo. It's funny when you look at somebody's stuff and then you just be like, man, do I want to tell that out there in public? I ain't gonna tell so much, but you have a son. You're very loquacious. You definitely are not short on talking, but sometimes you're a little too romantic and you don't see things for what they are, because Mercury is how you think and also how you speak. But Pisces is the enlightened one and the liar in the same sign. So you definitely can lie your way out of something if need be. Like if the cops come or you want to say, oh, that wasn't me. Like you're very convincing in that. But also you could have a very enlightened speech and be very spiritual. You might be in the choir or sing in the choir or something like that. Oh, man. In relationships, you have Venus and Aries, so you're very competitive. In relationships, you're like a fit man. No fat guys. Like my belly's a little big, so that's what you're going to be looking for, is the arms, like guys like that who are in shape and then who want to go to the gym with you. That's very important. Anything that y'all can do together is in, like you just like those type of relationships. Also, with the 7th house, Virgo solar 7th, you love a man with a plan. You don't like the man coming in talking about what you want to do, You want him to already have it. That's super attractive to you. And a man who's like serving society or serving the community, those are the type of things that you want. He talking about, come on, listen here, honey. You sit down, Serena. This is the plan for the day. We're going to do this right here. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. This is how we're going to serve the community. This is how we're going to get money. And we're going to go exercise 3 days a week. We're going to go rock climbing. We're going to get a bicycle with 2 seats on it. We're going to ride together. We're going to play badminton and ping pong. And we're going to get this household and get this health. He got you. He got you. You just like, look, hubby and I work out together. Bam. You see that? Moon in Taurus is 0 degrees. It's exalted in Taurus. Well, you really have to, you have the moon on the cusp. Money is definitely important to you. You got to focus more on where your paper is at too. Where's your North Node is in Taurus. Like you could just take one planet sometimes and just do like a full reading. Nope. I want that. You have to chill out with them obsessive compulsive tendencies. Sometimes you have judgmental intensities and you want everything right now too, Serena. You be moving a little too fast. So you need to work on the strategy that you can have things, you know what I'm saying, that you can slow your butt down a little bit. And you got to work on being more patient. Like don't, putting other people's needs before your own. Like slow down a little bit and stop pressing and getting out into other people's boundaries. You're gonna have to like fall back and chill. Yeah. So that's you. I ain't gonna really get into too much of your stuff. Except for your, what's that? Ooh, you feel like you need to be validated by others. You don't need to be validated by nobody else, yo. It's like you gotta have a completeness within yourself. Your husband will never complete you. None of your partners have never ever completed you. You got to be whole within yourself. So don't be putting no unnecessary stress on him if he ain't coming through like you think that you want him to come through. All right. So that's my piece today. I hope that was helpful, Serena. If anybody else wants to get 5 or 10, if you want to get 5 or 10 minutes, we go through the call-in line. You call in, you put your debit card in, you charge per minute. If you want to just get a session, a 30-minute session or a 1-hour session, just inbox me for either one. If you want to get the correct time of birth, just inbox me. If you want to get them on the special, you can pay now or you can get it anytime in November. You don't have to pay the day of tomorrow, then it has to be the day of tomorrow. Like, really, I can't even do no readings today. I'm busy. But we can schedule it. What I'll do is send you a link, and then you'll click on the link, and you'll be like, you'll be like, yo, this is the time I want. So you also get a recording. The 30-minute and the 1-hour sessions are recorded. The minute calls aren't recorded yet. We don't have that technology. I probably could find a way to record it, but the 30 minutes and the 1 hours are recorded, and I send you the recording afterwards. You need to bring paper. You need to bring pen. You need to bring like 3 questions off the gate that you want to answer. And this is for every astrologer. Start asking astrologers to record your sessions, man. Golly. You can't remember everything somebody's telling you. You can't take all those notes. And like, I've had people who's like, yo, I'm still listening to that reading you gave me last year. I'm still getting jewels from it. So to me, like, how you going to record the conversation some kind of way? If you one-on-one, if you face-to-face, if you on the phone, find some way that you can record the conversation. All right. Also, I do relationship synastry joints. So like, are you wasting your time with that person? Some of you married people need to get a reading on your partner if you want to stay together. If you want to make sure that thing is popping off as you move forward, how to get the spice back or how to make it last. Definitely you got no business trying to marry somebody and you ain't really peeped their chart out. What's their spiritual purpose? What's the purpose? To me, the North Node, like always ask your astrologer about the North Node. If that joker don't tell you something about your North Node for 5, 10, 15 minutes, then get your money back. Don't go in there and let them just give you Sun, Mercury, Venus, Moon, Mars, and stuff like that. But they don't talk about the North Node. I'm calling jokers out right now. That's just a fact. ACR app for the phone records all calls as long as not on Wi-Fi. Oh man, Miss Dukes, send me that please. Michael Edwards is in the building. What up, Short? What up, Lord? Thanks for everybody coming. We need to take roll. Can I take roll real quick? And I do fast ones real quick. So I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Can you now, please, everybody, just give me your sun sign and what city and state you're in, and I'm going to go fast on whoever's in the room really quick. So put your city and state and where you, your city and state and your zodiac. So I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. So say your team and say what's popping. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use the transits of the day, which is these planets in the yellow, and tell you something about your stuff. All right. And if you don't put the city on, I'm not telling you nothing. I want to know where you at. So Team Aries in North Carolina. Bam. So Team Aries, all my Team Aries, you know what? I might as well just go around in a circle, right? So Team Aries, Saturn is Team Aries. This is a good time for stability with you all. What I would do is I'm gonna give y'all homework to help you with your sign. Go look up Sun conjunct Saturn. All Aries, go look up Sun trine Saturn. So currently your Sun is trining Saturn. So there's this stability thing that you're working on, and you're working on some type of karma. Some good karma should be coming to you right now, and that's going to be lasting like all the way up until January. Pluto is squaring your Sun right now, so you're having these big changes in how you look at life. That's heavy. And then Mars is opposite Aries right now. So you're definitely feeling like you got some pressure going on. You want to go ahead and do some things. You're feeling like a little ants to move. Let's move to Team Taurus. Like any Tauruses in here? So I seen Team Sag. I mean, I can spin it to Sag right fast since she was second in line. No, just let me go in order, man, so I don't flip it. Can I go in order? I'm going to get to everybody if I go in order and just do 12 right quick. My Tauruses, what's up with y'all right now? North Node is squaring Taurus right now, so y'all need to be working on y'all's purpose. So you need to look at Sun square North Node. All my Tauruses need to be looking at Sun square North Node and Sun trine Pluto. Woo! We are having a good little ball right now. Pluto is like purpose, like purpose, where spiritual destiny is where, but Pluto tells the quality of it, right? So the North Node tells you what is the destiny, and Pluto tells you like the purpose. So your purpose and your destiny is like, they're not the same, but they very similar. So learning about your Pluto placement and your North Node placement, but these are called aspects that I'm giving out right now. So Sun trine Pluto. Go look up that right there, all my Tauruses, because this is our time to get our development on, baby. It's been that way too, because Pluto stays in the sign a long ass time. Like, what's that, 13 years? It's like a whole generation. So I can look back at probably the last 7.5 years, all you Tauruses, and look at how you're evolving more to your higher purpose. Geminis, Team Geminis. Team Gemini. Oh, Saturn's opposing y'all right now. I wouldn't start no new relationships if I was y'all right now. Team Geminis, don't do it. Not with Saturn opposing your Sun. Just chill. It'll be over in January. If relationships have been tough, I know it's been a rough 2 years for y'all, Team Gemini. But hey, what they say, the sun come in the morning or something. It'll be better in January when Saturn gets out of Sagittarius. But you Geminis, hey, I'm emphasizing with y'all right now. Like, I know what y'all been going through for the last 26 months. Y'all been going through it. On the high sign, Gemini. Oh, so Sun trines Mars. So all Geminis are trining Mars right now. So somebody type that in. Sun trine Mars is only for Geminis. Where's for Aquariuses too? Aquariuses. That'll be Sun trine Mars. That's for Aquariuses and for Geminis. And that Sun trine Pluto is for Virgos and Tauruses. So if you're a Virgo, you're going to look up Sun trines Pluto. And if you're a Taurus, you're going to look up Sun trines Pluto. All right. Only squares y'all got. Oh, the moon is squaring the sun today. Oh, you might be in your emotions a little bit. Get that stability, baby. And just chill. You ain't gonna be all over the place today, Geminis. That square is gonna get y'all to settle down a little bit. You also should look up Sun square Pisces. I know that's been going on for a minute too. Woo! I'm sorry. Sun squares Neptune, because Neptune is in Pisces. Next, Cancers. What the Cancers got going on? Oh, the moon is trining, sun trines moon for you Cancers. Cancers and Scorpios. Y'all are trining the moon right now. When the moon is, if you're a Cancer or a Scorpio and the moon is in Pisces, this is a really good time for y'all playing the lottery, talking to people, going on dates, like pushing through on agendas that you've been looking at. That's my Cancers. What's squaring Cancer, right? Ooh, Sun square Mars. So y'all need to get in the gym, do some working out, something like that. Go to the gun range at a lesser degree. Watch out for knives and things like that. That's my Cancers. Cancer squares, Sun squares Mars is for all Cancers and Capricorns. All Cancers and Capricorns. Next is Leo. I think I might start doing these every day. Leo, what y'all got popping? Up stability. So Leo is trining Saturn. So y'all going through some past life stuff, just like the Aries were, and looking at some karma. This could be a better time for y'all to start relationships than the Geminis. This depends. Just you gotta watch and see who you rocking with. Who's the person, who's the other partner that you over there checking out. What's squaring Leo right now? Everything is squaring Leo right now. It's tough on y'all. Sun square Sun. Type that in. All Leos and Aquarius is the Sun is squaring the Sun. So you're looking at yourself like very hard right now. You're being very, like you might be a little big-headed and egotistical, but there's a lot of light to shine on particular subjects. Jupiter is squaring the Sun in Leo, so don't overspend. Don't overspend, and that's going to be like that for like a whole nother year. So, and that's y'all might be wanting to buy a house. Leos, y'all trying to upgrade on a new crib, get some new furniture, and in the way y'all speak. Leos, don't be too prideful, okay? Stop, don't be too prideful. Next is my Virgos. Virgo, you are trining Pluto, so you want to do Sun trine Pluto, and peep the scene on that. That's more like along the lines of your purpose and where you're going. Sun square Saturn is that's the building block for you. Sun square Saturn. Like this is a time to address the things that you've been avoiding. Mr. Virgo, you always planning something. Push the dang envelope. Team Libra, what up? Team Libra, you really fidgety right now. You horny today? You want to have some sex? I don't blame you. If I got Mars in my sun sign, I'm trying to do something too, trying to get me a little nookie myself. South node is trining your sun. So you want to look up Sun trine South node. Sun trine South node. That's all my Libras. And that's looking at your personal poisons and things in the past and stuff like that. Ooh wee, that could hurt. Don't break away from old habits. Break away from old habits. Are y'all sharing this? Yeah, I just want to know. KD is in the building. Shantae is in the building. Oh yeah, I love me some Libras. Oh yeah. You Libras is horny. Yeah, look at that. Both of y'all came in together. KD and Shantae, two fine, sexy Libras. Woo. Yeah. Look, it's that time, and it's going to be that way as long as Mars is in Libra. Y'all going to be trying to do something, or you're going to be feeling it. Don't fight the feeling. Don't fight. Ignite the feeling. That's another thing, too, like with astrology, man. You can tell, like, when's a better time for you to fast and when's the time you don't need to be fasting. And Libras right now, go and get it in. Team Scorpio. What y'all got going on? Team Scorpio. Oh, you're squaring the moon, or you're trining the moon and Neptune. Y'all channeling all the energies down. Scorpio is winning right now because you got Jupiter in Scorpio, Mercury's in Scorpio. Then with this moon trine for another day and a half, I'm on the lottery. Scorpios, play a ticket and send me some of the winnings straight up. And also Sun square North Node. Sun square North Node. Hit that. What'd you say, Latifah? No wonder. Brandon, chill out. Because you know it ain't yours. It's just your turn. That's a sort of private joke. I'm an Aries. What sign is best for me? Can you tell me about my sign? You late. You're going to have to go back to the beginning of this. We're not doing, and what I tell y'all, astrology is about relationships. And now Popular Girl comes in and she says, tell me what's good for me. I will give y'all a basic formula, okay? In the Bible, they said evenly yoked. They were talking about every other zodiac sign. But I just had a rant yesterday in a group I'm in. You can't just do sun sign astrology. You cannot. If an astrologer comes to you and tells you that all Tauruses are good with all Pisces, that's bullshit. No astrologer can tell you what sun sign is the super best for you. That's bullshit. Everybody put hashtag that's bullshit. You must look at the entire chart. There ain't no way in the hell I'm going to just come up here and tell you your sun sign goes with this sun sign. Most of you who read the Black Love Signs book just got carried away and it made you lazy. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Bullshit, not profanity either. It's cow manure. It's bullshit. You can't. So don't ask. If you go to an astrologer and he's like, you're a Libra, so you naturally match up with the Gemini. You should get you a Gemini man, girl, because you were such and such. Don't pay that person. Don't pay them. Don't pay them. It's so many varieties. It's so many varieties. One of my specialties is relationships. Yes. So I am, like I said, I'm doing the special. Half an hour for $100 or a whole hour for $200. Hit me on my inbox. If you want to do just relationships, let's go and find all the possibilities. There is no just one. Astrology takes the romance out of relationships. Stop with the bullshit, y'all. I'm sorry, I got off track. But stop with the bullshit. For real. For real. Just cut it out thinking it's that. No, you have options. You have choices. And then you have to know what love is. Your ideal person is the one that's going to support your North Node. See this? Your North Node is your spiritual destiny. Your partner better support your spiritual destiny or there's not going to be no harmony. So this North Node is not a sun sign. My North Node is in Pisces. My sun sign is in Taurus. My moon is in Libra. My rising sign is Virgo. So you can't just be sitting up there talking about one thing. That's another thing that annoys the hell out of me with astrologers who come with that lame ass bullshit. Okay, let's get back to the regular. Where were we? Sagittarius. Yes. Thank y'all for being patient. Okay. Yeah, but my specialty is relationship science because my parents divorced. I came up in a domestic violence situation. There was not a whole bunch of love in the household towards one another. It was a bunch of bickering. And then when I learned astrology and learned how to do synastry, you know whose chart I pulled up? My mama and my daddy. I looked at my mama and my daddy to see what my inheritance was. I looked at my mama and my daddy to see what my inheritance was on how they did relationships, how they had influenced me, and had they guided me in the direction that it was in my life path to do. And the answer was no. I saw what they did. Maybe if they would have seen an astrologer before they got together, I might not be here because they wasn't a match. And it wasn't because one was a Virgo and one was a Scorpio. That's earth and water. That's good compatibility. But it was their Mercury's that was jammed up, the Saturn and the moon aspects. That's what was jammed up. Okay, there's other aspects that was jammed up that made my father and my mother be very argumentative and abusive to one another, and actually f us up, me, my brother, and my little sister. That's right there. They astrology chart. That's why I be so big on relationships, yo. Because y'all, you know what I'm saying? If you got kids and you out here like trying to put something on your child, raise them a certain way about relationships, but that's not how their chart is built, you messed them up, yo. You messed them up. My parents did a number on me. That's why I said I went to this for relationships so I could learn how to relate better. A lot of you parents, man, y'all you fugazi out here if you ain't finding out what your child's relationship language is, where your child's genius is at. Because a lot of people are raising their children out of fear instead of science. 4% divorce rate in India, 80% plus in North America. Why? Because in India, they matching people up using this very tool that I'm using right now. Right. So what, you married? Is it the right person? Are you happily married? Some of y'all can talk about I'm married, but I don't never see nobody talking about I'm happily married. I don't never see nobody talking about they happily married. They just be bragging like married is something. How many times you been married? How many times you been divorced? Anyway, Team Sag. Oh, Team Scorpio, get with some Sages and get some money. I'm just telling you. Team Libra, get with some Scorpios right now. If you a Libra and you can get with somebody who's a Scorpio or has a lot of Scorpio energy, your ass getting ready to get paid. Oh man, I just did somebody's chart last night. You know what I'm talking about. If you a Scorpio rising, next year the money is getting ready to be like crazy. All the Scorpio risings, y'all need to holler at me. Yes, you know who I'm talking. I'm talking to somebody here too. Oh my, I just found out that somebody was a Scorpio rising, so the money is going to be so ridiculous for them next year. But anyway, Team Sag, y'all got going on. Oh man, it's been rough on y'all too. Sun conjunct Saturn. That'll explain what's been going on the last 2 years for y'all. Yeah. Yeah, but we still have to check to see if you're a Scorpio rising because you're using the time on your birth chart. Has your chart ever been rectified, Latifah? Right. If you're a Scorpio rising, did you have a problem with your arms or your hands or your lungs when you were little before the age of 12? Do you have any scars on your hands, arms, shoulders, or did you have any problem with your lungs when you were little? See, I'm rectifying a chart right there in the gate. Before the age of 12, no broken arms, no sprained wrists, no broken fingers, no nothing like that. And you probably ain't no Scorpio rising. And I'm saying people just be so proud and they just be so happy. You got the wrong information. Ouch. Team Sagittarius. Can you make it to January? Can you make it to January, player? Man, I know, man. I know what Saturn came and did for y'all last 2 years. Tough. What up, Tanya? Twin is in the building. So, yeah. Scar on the shoulder, sprained wrist. We'll definitely check on it. If that's the earliest injury now, then you are a Scorpio rising. Team Sag. Yo, it'll be better by January because Saturn will be moving out of Sag into Capricorn. And he'll get off your ass a little bit or get off your neck. But remember, Sagittarius is all been about integrity. It's all been about integrity and the truth coming up. So, you have to take it on the chin, baby. He hits everybody. Capricorn, he coming home. Daddy coming home. All your little secrets that you were trying to hide for the last 2 years, I know they came up to the light, but guess what? He coming to the house now. Saturn in the 12th has been vicious on y'all. So all Capricorns type Saturn in the 12th. Look at that. Then look at Saturn in the 1st. That's what's coming. So Saturn in the 12th is what you've been experiencing for the last 2.5 years with your little secrets and your addictions and all the other stuff and you having to get some business about yourself. But now you're getting ready to come to your face. Ooh. But if you're a Capricorn who's got integrity and hard work ethics, I would love to work with you because your ass ain't going to have no choice. You're either going to ball out these next 2.5 years or you're going to get humbled all the way to your knees. Word up. You Sagittarius better be drinking a lot of water. I mean, you Capricorn better be drinking a lot of water around here. Y'all still squaring Uranus. So Sun square Uranus. Also Capricorn. Sun square Uranus. Oh, Sun square Mars. And Cap. Nice. Y'all getting some stuff done right now. But yeah, you Caps. Yo, some of y'all better call and just get this a regular. Be like, yo, how do I just want to read this on my solar on what's popping off in this next, like how I'm saying this now. Whoa! Next, Aquarius. And I don't do scary astrology. This is another thing. When you pick an astrologer, don't let an astrologer scare you. Like, I ain't trying to scare Scorpios. They popping right now. Scorpios and Scorpio rising. I'm jelly. I want to be you. I want to be in a relationship with y'all, doing some business, something. I want to rock with your Scorpios right now. Capricorns, only if you got your stuff together. But don't rock with gloom and doom astrologers. Boy, I know I know an astrologer who's really good, and she is a gloom and doom astrologer. And you got to force her to tell you the upside. But don't keep going to an astrologer who always telling you all the damn bad news. Okay? Team Aquarius is in the building. Team Aquarius, y'all chilling right now. Sun trine moon in Libra. So type in sun trine moon. That's y'all, sun trine moon. So this is a good influence for y'all to be active, get to the gym. Also, put some catalyst into some of the things that you've been thinking. Stop being so all over the place, Aquariuses, and get you a coach, because you don't know every damn thing. The problem with some of you Aquariuses is you think you know everything, and the worst thing you can say in business, especially in your growth, is I already know that, or your inability not to be able to follow instructions. So you know what, this might be not a good time right now, because Mars has got y'all pushing for the next, I don't know, 27 days, something like that, 30 days, about doing your agenda. But you better listen to somebody when somebody come tell you something, yo. I know some Aquariuses who like got big stuff they're working on, but they won't follow instructions, and so they have a 20% success ratio on it. Had a Aquarius the other day told me they just took a 40 grand loss. They just took a $40,000 loss. I already knew what it was, because I already had their chart, but they don't listen. If you can stand to take a 40 grand loss, it's okay. It's all good with me. You still my friend. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna disengage with you because you lost all that money. Ain't my fault. But maybe they're ready to listen now. Or maybe not. Maybe not. They keep on doing their way. Yes, it's Team Libra. And Pisces. Team Pisces. Oh, y'all popping off right now. You Pisces, y'all get on my nerves. So first off, Team Pisces, Moon's in Pisces today, right along with so wait a minute. Which Pisces am I? Oh, I mean, all of y'all are popping off, but if you are, what's that? 10 days into Pisces, which would be the last day is, yeah, like if you're at the end of February, if you're end of February Pisces, you're winning hard today. Play the lottery. All Pisces play the lottery, but you Pisces, that's like the end of the last week in February, first week in March, play the lottery all week. Pick 3s, 4s, Powerballs, the whole 9. Y'all might want to come see me. Yeah, because I can give you dates. But the date's different for what your chart is. Also, the reason I'm jelly to you Pisces and Scorpios, because Sun trine Sun. It probably don't get no better than Sun trine Jupiter. Only thing better than a Sun trine Sun than a Sun trine Jupiter. That's your homework. Sun trine Jupiter, Sun trine Mercury, Sun trine Sun. I was about to say I wish I was a Pisces, but I do have my North Node in Pisces. So I'm popping off right now too on my spiritual destiny. But you have to be able to translate all of that stuff right there. Sun trine, Trine. Trine, trine, Sun trine, right? And Sun conjunct Moon, Sun conjunct Moon, Sun conjunct Neptune, Sun trine Sun, Sun trine Jupiter, Sun trine Mercury. That's all for Pisces. And Cancers, but it's gonna be hotter for the Pisces right now. Yes, Lord. All you water signs is winning right now. You're going to be winning for like the next year, but you got to know how to play it. Don't drown. Pisces Moon. Jamar, you better buy some. Jamar, you might want to buy some more Bitcoin today. Matter of fact, if you buy some more, I'll buy some more. If you buy something, I'll match what you buy. But if you scared, I ain't messing with it. But if you cop today, I'll cop with you. You already know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's a lucky day for you, bro. You might want to get that lottery too. And that's it. Coach is getting ready to be out. I really appreciate this. Was this helpful for anybody on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me know if this was helpful, if you learned anything, and what was the one thing that you really learned today that you can apply right now? That's what you can guarantee get from me every time you come here. I'm going to give you something that you can apply right now. Yeah. If you want to get at me for the special before it's over, hit me on my inbox. I'll show you how to get to me on PayPal or Google Wallet or however you want to do it. Like I said, you can pay now. This, if you're just getting here at the end, the special is $100 for a half hour or $200 for a full hour. And you can pay before the 1st, and you can get it anytime in November or in the future or whatever. When you pay, I'll send you a link to schedule when you want to get it. So you don't have to get it today or tomorrow, but you got to pay today or tomorrow. Then after that, it goes back to the regular pricing, which would be on CoachKAstrology.info. All right. So if you go to CoachKAstrology.info, you'll see my regular prices. Also, I want to ask everybody, please meditate. Please, 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 please step your meditation game up. Go to coachescloset.com. Can Gabrielle type that in there for me? coachescloset.com and download the free meditation. I'm always trying to give somebody something. Pick a great astrologer. 30. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pick an astrologer who's going to make sure the time is right. Pick an astrologer who's going to tell you something about your North Node. Okay? And pick an astrologer who's going to demand that you memorize your planets and explain to you what that means. And watch out for the gloom and doom astrologer. Okay? Okay, now that's what I'm picking up from today. Okay. Hey, Shamika Denise, thank you for joining. But we're getting ready to be out. So, and anybody who wants this board, just inbox me and I'll send you the link on where to get it. Monique, you can just text me because I know you got my number. You probably already in there. Yes, please go to Coach's Closet and get your free meditation because a lot of this stuff won't work if you won't meditate. I like to meditate, astrology, yes, all of that. I like other stuff too. And if you want to take the course, it's keepitsimple.astrologycourse.info. Gabrielle, can you type that too? keepitsimple.astrologycourse.info. I break it down from high level to eye level. And when you finish, I'll have it so where you'll be starting off doing readings at $100 minimum, and you'll be able to get your money right back as soon as you finish the course. You'll be able to know all your children's chart. You'll be able to teach your entire family. You'll be able to understand all relationships. You'll be able to definitely, if you want to showboat, which I don't recommend, but if you want to dazzle jokers and stop having people talk over your head when they're talking about astrology, this course right here will immediately make you the expert. You will become the expert astrologer in the room. Fact. Okay? And so the other one is Keep It Simple Astrologycourse.info. Yeah, that's it right now. Thank you, Gabrielle. I appreciate y'all for coming through. We ended in prayer, and then I'm going to get at y'all. Anabakor, Gijalaki Menka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Saganu, Taharanu Nara, Nagibor, the Shea Yakadeka, Kavava Shamran, Barkam Tawam, Rakame, the Zika Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasim Kadosh Baru, Tufka, Nahel Atateka, Yakid Gahel, Chapanez, or Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Dezakanu, Yodea Talamot, Baruk Shem, Kovomakuto, Lalam Vaed. Oh, she did the courses, everything. Doris, you ain't on vacation. You can't be just sneaking over here. Jim gonna get you. These private jokes I got with some people, so that's what I do when I get ready to get off. Yes. I won't end. Give me a minute. Just started working. I don't know what that means. I said Oshun Ra. I don't know what that means. But Doris, you all over here. Ain't you supposed to be at work? At the end of the video, now I get to clown some of y'all. I ain't clowning, but ain't a lot of y'all supposed to be at work? Or is y'all getting ready to get off? Especially if you an hour behind. It ain't 5 o'clock yet. Okay. Oh. It's a long lunch, Doris. Oh, you eating real slow. Okay. I love me some Doris. What's up, Portia? So big shouts out to everybody that came through this evening. I definitely appreciate it. And get you a good astrologer. It ain't got to necessarily be me. This wasn't so, oh, you can come see Coach Kai here. I'm trying to help you find out how to pick one, what's the importance of the birth time, and what qualifications to look to make sure you don't get jerked around in your money. I'm a Taurus. I got 3 planets in my second house. I got 3 planets in Taurus. I do not be playing about my paper. Okay? Tay, what up, Blair? Tay, you better come in and get one of these specials, son. Half hour for $100. Yep. Let's go back and check it from the top. Dante, though, one thing I like about Dante, he just winning. He live his chart. Even, I don't know who his astrologer is. I like to be his astrologer. Well, that joker right there, for some way, he keep finding a way to make the right move at the right time, doing what he doing. Yeah, let me hold about 10 grand. I'm telling you. I don't know what Dante's interest rates is. He used to be with, them boys, so he might have some interest rates I can't handle. Hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Salute. Oh, the classes in Georgia on Thursdays. Next week. We start next week. Breathing in business classes in Georgia. They'll be streaming online and they'll be live, and they're $20. If you get it online, it'll be $20. If you come to Atlanta, it'll be live. So the first 30 minutes are going to be on breathing and meditation, and the next 90 minutes is going to be on business. What are the techniques that you need to know to get your business popping in the new millennium? Yeah, we about to open up this Black Wall Street. Fact. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Salute. Peace.